Homeowners have been demonstrating outside Parliament over what they call extortionate ground rents. They say unscrupulous freeholders use a loophole in the law to continually double the ground rents on their homes. So, for example, if you bought a flat today and paid an annual ground rent of, say, £500, and that amount doubled every decade, well, in 50 years' time, you'd be paying, instead of £500 a year, £16,000 a year. And that can lead to a host of problems, as Chris Rogers explains.
What do we want? Freehold! When do we want it? Now!
Leaseholders are more than tenants, but not quite homeowners. And thousands say they're being ripped off by greedy landlords or the freeholder.
We tried to sell our flat and we found out we have a doubling ground rent. And because of the doubling ground rent, our flat was valued at zero.
A leasehold property, usually but not exclusively a flat in a block, is yours for a period of time. It can leave people vulnerable to rising ground rents for maintenance, or unable to extend the lease or buy the freehold, leaving their investment worthless.
We only have 33 years left on our lease and we have no legal right to extend our lease. We're also trapped with huge modern ground rent, which is affecting a whole number of people here, and we have no legal protection to try and get ourselves out of that.
What do we want? Freehold! When do we want it? Now!
The government says it's listening. They have announced new measures to make the leasehold system fairer, including stopping developers from selling nearly all new builds as leasehold and making it easier for leaseholders to buy the freehold of their properties. But those measures were announced last December. Campaigners say new legislation is desperately needed to stop people falling into a more expensive home-owning trap. This development in Harrow was selling its houses and flats leasehold. With a second child on the way, Anis and his wife were desperate to buy a house here. By the time they got the keys, they discovered developers had switched to selling freehold.
I checked with my neighbours and none of them even knew that there is an issue. Some didn't even know that it's a leasehold. Some didn't even know what a leasehold is. It was a shocking thing. I mean, it was like telling, I just told them that you're not the owner. You're a tenant and you've been trapped.
The developers told us they've offered Anis and his neighbours the right to eventually purchase the freehold for nearly £4,000. The government told us they are pushing through new legislation as quickly as Parliament will allow. Chris Rogers, BBC London News.